first. Let's see. hello, hello. All right, guys, welcome to the live. Do a sound check here. Make sure you can hear me. My microphone's not going to last very long, but we got it for now. Welcome to the live. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the likes already, guys. Stick with me here for the next 60 seconds or so, and I'm going to show you guys what it's like to operate a firewood business here in the west coast of America in Oregon. So I know a lot of my fans, about 80% of you guys aren't in America, and that's awesome. Spock unites us all. I can't quite get it in these gloves. Yeah, so this is my real life firewood business. Nope, these aren't toys for content, and I don't even do content for my business. It's just me while I have time, because I don't need the sales on social media. So hang out with me while I cut wood. Okay, I gotta get going. Today we have a half cord, half truckload order about 20 miles away, and it's going to be stacked as well. So don't forget to remind me to grab my wheelbarrow before I leave, because that would suck if I forgot it. Okay, let's get back into it. Hello, Gary. Hello, Ghost Rider. As you guys know, I can't get to the phone all the time to see your guys' comments, and I'm actually working on getting a screen out here so I can see the comments, but they are hard to find outdoor versions. All right, back to work. Oh, Lordy. I think you guys can still hear me pretty well, but it's hard for me to know. So let me know in the chat how it sounds. All right, we got the machine on. Bar oil is flowing. Everything's clean. Chainsaw's warming up. We got to cut these extra little, when these get down to 30 inches, they're really annoying to cut at the end of the machine here. So I throw them off, cut them by hand, throw them in the hopper. Put you guys right here. Hell yeah, that's dope, Bruce. I've been doing this since about 2017. Had the machine for 3 years now. Thanks for my chainsaw spraying. I think I just hit a nail. God damn it. Oh man, my chain was so sharp. Fuck. Ah, I hit a huge nail. I hate that. My chain was so sharp. Fuck you. Get the fuck in there. First cut ruins my chain. First fucking cut. That's a great sign. Great fucking sign. This is some stringy ass old gray wood here. Blue ponderosa right there. Super fucking wet. Good lord. What's up, guys? Welcome into the live. If you're just joining, this is my real firewood business that I operate daily. Make firewood here every day, rain, snow, shine, or wine. Stay with me more than 60 seconds here. And I'll go over the top 2 things that made my business successful in case you guys want to start a business. And it's not what you think. It's not e-commerce, it's not Facebook ads, it's not content, it's not shiny, it's not cool, it's not common, but it works. It's from before the internet. Let's see if you guys can guess in the comment section what you think before the internet was the #1 marketing tool that was organic for businesses, that costed little money and you didn't have to run ads. Back like from the 1960s to the 2000s, 1999 or so, what were businesses doing to be successful without the internet? That also worked for me in 2019 and so forth. Word of mouth and consistency. Yep. Thank you. This is one nice machine. Thanks, Steven. Thanks, Starkey, for tuning in. It is actually business cards. And yes, business cards and effort. I've handed out over 2,000 business cards in 6 years of business, primarily by sitting in traffic or out in public, because that's how you sell firewood when you're not known. But business cards. If you want to start a small business, just get business cards, about 500, cheap, don't get fancy ones. And go hand them out, and you'll see if there's a demand for what to do. Obviously, these are non-certified positions. I'm not talking about plumbers, electricians. You gotta go to school and get certified for that. You can't go hand out business cards before you have that. But you can do what's called ghost marketing, where you can pre-advertise a service and even do pre-orders and take money before the service exists, telling people that there's a 30, 60, 90-day clause guaranteed money back if the service doesn't end up being real. That's a legal thing. It's called ghost marketing. So don't run ads. Don't get into real estate. Don't make cash for people that have problems and then invest your money later. But business cards is one of two things that made me the most successful. The second one I should have done first, but it came later. What do you think the second most important thing besides business cards in the organic sense of advertising is, that's free, that most people overlook? You'd be surprised how many people do this too late. And it is digital. This one does include the internet. If I'm yelling, just tell me. I'll keep yelling. My hair looks crazy in the shadow. Most people get it wrong when it comes to starting a business. It's the presence plus the effort, the organic effort at that. Everyone has a possible success. I'm not saying this is guaranteed success. There's no guaranteed success. But before you run ads, there's two things you need to do to start a business that are organic and based off of effort. And that one is business cards. What do you guys think in the chat? Two is. You have business cards, that's it. You start a window cleaning business. What else would you go do when you hand those business cards out? Everyone starts at zero except for trust fund babies with money. And they had to start at zero and they didn't have money. Everyone starts at zero with no money or money. When you have no money, you go get a job, you save money, start your business. And you started at double zero. Now people with money start at zero with money. So there's like two places you can start. And it's not going to do you any good to sit around and be like, this guy has money from his daddy. Go shut the fuck up and go work. Don't be focusing on what other people got. No one cares what you think. No one cares if you think people have daddy's money. Your opinion does not matter. It's not valid in the regular world. Even people that are multimillionaires, if they said the same thing, no one would give a shit what they think. Waste of breath. Focus on yourself. Some of what you're looking at is grandpa's money. I got a family investment that I'm paying back. And to be honest with you, family investment can sometimes be more of a headache than a bank loan because it's family. Imagine having to confront family and you can't pay, you got to see them for holidays, you owe them 10, 20, 30 grand, or your Airbnb project isn't quite profiting like you thought it was going to, and you ruined Aunt Sally's 401k setup. And now you got to sit at Thanksgiving dinner with her and let her glare at you like a Karen, the Karen she really is. Anyways. The second most important thing to do after getting business cards for your business before anything else is Google. And to put the Google logo on your business card so that when you're at someone's house, knock knock, I sell window cleaning, here's my business card, I'm CODY the owner. They see the Google logo, you tell them we're doing half off promotion right now if you leave a review on Google when you're done. Now you cannot incentivize a certain star reward. You can't say for $20 off, or we'll give you $100 off if you leave a 5-star review. It's illegal to incentivize a grade. You can incentivize just the review process. And if you give someone a steep enough discount, even a freebie, they will leave a 5-star review. So your goal is to hand out 250 business cards in a month. So wherever you possibly have to, tell them it's half off or free for the first customer. Get out 20 to 35-star reviews, boom, you're out the gate. High SEO ranking on Google, and you grow from there. Now you can go to Yelp, Nextdoor, Facebook, ads, content, get a fancy website, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I'm rocking out to some 41 right now. And I just hit a fucking nail with my chainsaw and stole the perfectly sharp chain. Super fucking dumb. Alright, so now the third thing that made me most successful. I got business cards, I got on Google, and I had a website already because that was pretty easy back in the day with Wix or something like that. The third most important thing, you have a business card, name and number, email, and a website with a Google on it. Business card, CODY, identification to business. They go to Google, they see your business. Things are congruent, you have a presence, you're being consistent, you're putting out the organic effort. Now the customer goes, what do I do? I know his name, I know his number, I know his business name, he's on Google. What do I do? What do you think? What do you think the third most important thing is besides business cards and Google for a customer to do? Damn it, tell me. Business cards, 12 per sheet. Haha, yeah, Starkey. Old school days. We done! Okay, the third most important thing is what is called a call to action. You have to tell the customer who has zombie brain as of 2020, text me, call me, email me, cook for me. Mine is texting. Text me the word wood to this number and we will schedule your firewood order. Seamless transaction. You can even incentivize texting gets 5% off. Calls will not be answered. I love being funny like that on shit like that though. Do not call me, text only. I literally have done marketing initiatives, advertising initiatives where I said text only. This number is a text only, even though it's not. The phone I'm filming on right now is the phone that gets my firewood orders. I literally have said text only, and it works magically. Now, I do miss out on senior citizens, people that can't see well, or people that don't like texting, or don't trust that business transaction. And it's okay. I can't serve everyone. I'm 2 weeks out on business orders right now anyways. Your goal isn't to get everyone. Your goal with pricing is to get 4 out of 10 no's. You want 4 out of 10 people to say you're too fucking expensive, go fuck yourself. You say, okay, I'll work for the rich one. Stop being a brokey. The businesses that are alive that you all can go work for are open for 2 reasons. They charge them as much as they can. Their bottom line is as low as they can. And they never give up. Charge a lot, get the cost down, and don't fucking quit. Every time someone says to you, go get a real job, when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you say you work at a place where the entrepreneur never gave up. Stop telling me to. Go get new friends. You'd rather be a lone wolf in entrepreneurship than be around people, family included, that tell you to get a real job when you're trying to make a real business that could have 100 jobs. When I started this business, I started on the #1 premise that Gary Vee starts on. I will sell $100 million of firewood in 1 year. Now, that's really nearly impossible with my industry, but I'm still gonna go for it. If you are worried about burnout, then forget about doing anything worthy. Steve Jobs is willing to die to work his ass off every day to see Apple become a godly company. And look what happened. At some point, you're going to have time for vacation, time off. At some point, you'll have time to be lazy. Look at Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg. It'll happen. But you have to lose years of your life to get to that point. There's no trade. There's no healthy trade. Money and time, success, and health. There's almost no healthy billionaires, except for after they become successful and wealthy, then they get in shape and get healthy. Look at Bezos, buff and big after. Brian Johnson, trying to not die now that he has $1 billion. I want $50 million and to be healthy during the process. Okay, so business cards, Google, which Google kind of, you need a website when you launch a Google, otherwise you won't look professional. And then a call to action. Text me, email me, call me, go to my paper form, go to my website, go book a call on the website. Now, one thing I just heard people doing on a Jobber commercial, Jobber the software, was in your voicemail, tell people to text you or go to your website and fill out the form. That's really smart. Keep the call to action going. Then they go to the website and say, if there's an emergency, call us and press 2, or leave a voicemail and says this is an emergency. Leave a callback number. The call to action never ends. They're calling you, texting you, emailing you. But you have to, it's the same way that I've gotten millions of views on my reels. It's not just the hook, but the call to action. Sorry, the reason that I've gotten so many followers isn't because of the million view reels. Those didn't get the best followers. The views that I got on Instagram and Facebook was because I said, follow me for more tips like this. There's a lot of creators you guys watch that don't tell you to follow. They don't tell you to do anything, and you don't. Uh-oh, I just rocked, it's not rocking on the customer's wood. I feel like I'm yelling. If I'm yelling, I will tone it down. I'm listening to a Lowe's commercial. Whew. You guys got me amped up. Say, some of this wood is just too wet right now. Whoa, that wood tried to kill me. See that? If you guys take one thing away from this live, let it be that you can succeed off of effort. You don't need a lot of experience. You don't need a lot of skills, and you don't need college degrees. You don't need a lot of money. You need effort. The very first thing I would do right now, today, in this digital world, being successful in business, being successful online. Oh my God! Look at it. That's what I just hit. The chainsaw. Yeah. The one thing I would do right now in this digital world is, and I'm successful both digitally and physically, and I have been for over 9 years, is business cards. Get business cards, get dressed nice, get your hair cut, and go hand business cards and say, I am this. I'm an entrepreneur. Shit. I wanted to save that. This is my new business. I used to hand out business cards that literally just said on them, Cody McGriff, the entrepreneur. And I didn't even put my phone number. You couldn't get a hold of me. So, you gotta experiment. That was for networking purposes only, so that you had to see me at networking events. So imagine getting a business card from someone that you really had a great conversation with, and you couldn't contact them. What do people do when they can't call or text you? They go to Google. You need to have a brand that people can Google, and you're everywhere. Pop up. If you type in my name, you'll see very quickly the business that I am. Now, I don't necessarily like that. Sure, I don't like being on the internet as much as you think. Holy shit. No wonder I sold my chain. Look at this. Somebody did not like this tree. Dang it. Just killed my chain earlier. I'm out of breath. And so once you got business cards, Google, Yelp, Nextdoor, Facebook, Instagram, and you're all over those platforms, and you're not getting the business you need, competition is steep, people already have a window cleaner they've used for 20 years, then you can run ads and make content and experiment. You have to try before you can say, I don't think that'll work. I tell people all the time to get on Yelp, Nextdoor, Facebook. Oh, I don't think that'll work. I don't think. You don't want to be the entrepreneur that says to people who have ideas for you, I don't think that will work. You don't fucking know. I put on my whiteboard here 4K, 4,000. You want to do 4,000 things before you complain about not having your business. 4,000 text messages, emails, business cards, 4,000 Facebook campaigns, not $4,000. When you come back and you say, Cody, I ran 4,000 Facebook campaigns, I made $10 million fucking dollars. No, oh, I spent $4,000 in a month and made 10 grand. I give up. That's a profitable campaign. That's a 2.5x. 4 grand to 10 grand. Do that 4,000 times. Shut the fuck up. A lot of times people want a $20,000 deal where they make 20 grand. No. You might make 2 grand on a $20,000 deal. Do it 100,000 fucking times. Not hitting our nail. Fuck. But see, you're watching the inconsistencies in my business right now. Me hitting a nail with my chainsaw cost me $5 fucking. That chain, it took half that chain's life away. Boom, wasn't accounting for that. Extra cost. I almost just hit another nail on this chainsaw. Boom, damage, more cost. I gotta keep going. More units, more time. Wow. Don't watch me, you're messing me up. For tomorrow. Now, my business only makes $100,000 a year. And I get parts of that here and there depending on the profit margins of the year, which can fluctuate between wood prices, gas prices, truck repairs. I just spent $2,200 on 12 tires. I have 2 dually trucks. So that was an unexpected cost. Thankfully, half was financed, but unexpected things happen. Now, if you guys have a business, help us out in the comments and tell people the top 3 things that help you grow the most. Mine was business cards, Google, and a call to action. Now, I'm a local business. I'm not e-commerce. Woo! It's a heavy bitch. If you guys have a business you want to start, put it in the comments and I'll come over there and we'll talk about it. And no, I do not know about e-commerce. I don't make digital money. I make money from content, very little at that. I'm more about physical service businesses like pressure washing, window cleaning, delivering product. A little bit about manufacturing. If you're gonna make like leather purses or something. It's actually somewhat quiet. Tell me tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Hello, Canada. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, too late now. What the fuck it is, Mr. Gotham Darkness. Colonel Sanders. You're telling me Colonel Sanders was fucking 8 years old walking around with a bucket of chicken, got denied 80 fucking times. He would have made heaven fried chicken. That motherfucker would have died and went to heaven and kept pitching the angels, eat my chicken, bitch. You don't quit because you're done. You quit when you're dead. Welcome in, guys, if you're just joining. This is my real life Firewood business, not a content machine, even though I am a content queen. Okay, we gotta take this log off. This wood's too wet here. We're gonna take it off. We gotta get some drier wood up in this bitch. Can't believe I hit a nail. So annoying. Welcome in, guys, welcome in. This is Oregon, Central Oregon. Hello, Brazil. Welcome in, guys, welcome in. Give me just a minute, I'll be right back. I gotta move this log and grab more logs. I'll bring you with me, actually. Here we go. Stick with me for more than 60 seconds here. We are chatting about what made my business successful so we can help people in the chat start theirs and be successful. Welcome in. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let's chop these logs in half real quick so the tractor can grab them. My dull ass chain. It's gonna be really dull. I can't believe I hit that nail. I hit a nail earlier, guys. I hit a nail earlier and it dulled the shit out of my chain. Shit, so okay, I don't have to yell. But it happened once to me. Welcome in, guys. If it's your first time here, hit that like button. And go chainsaws. Bear with me. We're gonna be on the tractor for a minute. Woo! It's windy bitch today. That log was too wet. God damn it. Get on there. Oh, cool. That one was really annoying. The logs are wet and slippery too. Oh! Don't break anything. Hey, don't touch that. Heart out. Scream your heart out. That's an old song from the 70s. Regret. Thanks for joining in, guys. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate all the love. Here we are running my real legit firewood business. Super legit, mega legit. I hit a nail earlier, legit. Back to work, you guys. The break is over. We're almost full. I got about a quarter to half of what we're filling up today. Oh, the yelling. Sorry, I was singing. Do you need a anxiety pill? Okay, here we go. Back on the machine. So earlier we were talking about the 3 things that made my business successful was business cards, Google, and a call to action, which for me, that is texting. All right, we're gonna lose the microphone. Thank you guys for joining. The microphone is charging. I'll be back in a minute. Give me 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we go, guys. Keep hustling here. We got a little bit drier logs, I think. Thank you guys for hanging out. The microphone is charging. We'll be back on commentary in a minute. Roads are terrible. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the live. All right. I think the microphone is working. Let me know for the fat thumbs up. I think the microphone is working. Welcome to the live. Welcome in. Join us. Stay with us for a little more than 60 seconds here while we talk about business, firewood operation, cutting through nails, pulling chains, derailing train. I'm just kidding on the last one. Most people get a lot wrong when they start a business, and I'm here showing how mine works to make $100,000 a year in firewood. And no, I don't take all that home. God knows I wish I did. Get the fuck in the machine. What happened to the music? So, business cards, Google, and a call to action on your business cards, on your Google, on your website, all congruent. Text, call, email. You gotta pick one and master it. I mastered texting, worked out very well. 80% of my orders come in from texting. People text my cell phone number, the word wood, and I schedule them over text message. It takes literally 3 minutes. Thanks for joining, guys. Welcome to the live. Oh yeah! Made some room in the truck. After these vlogs, we are hitting the road. Woo! If you guys take away one thing from this live, let it be known that you can succeed on just effort. You don't need a college degree. You don't have to work for a big corporation. You don't need a ton of experience. You don't need crazy skills. You just got to start and put in the effort, and then you'll figure out what to do. When I started this firewood business, I set out with a goal to sell $100 million in 1 year. Now I found out that's going to take my whole life. All right, let's go. I'll be patient. I'll be the Warren Buffett of firewood. What are you going to be? Most people get these two things wrong when it comes to starting their business. They don't make the right presence, and they don't put in enough effort. They think that running a $50 Facebook ad that got them $200, Facebook ads don't work. And maybe some don't, but the majority of people running Facebook ads make a 1 to 4x on their money. They make their money back, or they make a 4x. Sorry, not the majority, but the people that understand how to make money with that. Now that is obviously a caveat because it takes time to learn how to make money with ads. That's not something I know about because I don't run ads. But the people I do know that run ads are running $3,000 to $6,000 a month, no matter what, on automatic. to get $10,000 to $20,000 in sales. Not the best ROI, but it is money. But you have to play the game to win. You can't, they never say things like, oh, I only got 10 grand on 5 grand. Facebook ads don't work. Next month, spend the money, wait for a return. It's literally playing a psychological, economical, algorithmical gambling. It's what ads are. That's what advertising is. Free market capitalism, ads, is pretty much gambling with your money on an audience for a product they can buy. Even casinos have to advertise to get people in to spend money. Even places that you're already losing money, gambling, bad chance, they're willing to bet money to get you to come in to bet money on you. Oh boy. That's great. Na, 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 na. So get business cards. Get on Google and Nextdoor and Yelp and Facebook. I'm out of wood. We'll load up this last one. Get a call to action. Text me this word for my service or my product and go 4,000. 4,000 business cards, 4,000 emails, 4,000 phone calls, 4,000 campaigns. Let's go. Got the Russians in the house. Nose to the ground. I'll be right back. I'm putting the tractor away. All right, last log, then we're hitting the road. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to the live, welcome to the Firewood business of America. Did I hit another nail? Shit. Okay. Isn't that a nice little putter? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining the live today. It's always fun. I'm here for you guys. We got firewood, business, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, dogs. They impact a lot of people around the world. We got people in Egypt, Russia, Brazil. It's absolutely incredible how global the firewood community is when 60% of the world still cooks food with wood or dung or something else we don't want to know. But thank you guys. That's why I do it. That's why I find joy in it. Showing off my process, my business, and being crazy. See you guys later in the next live. Spock unites us all. Bye. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.